Hey guys, AilouPup here, and today I'm bringing to you a review of The Bully Boys by Eric Walters. This was a book I had originally read for a class project in grade 7, so probably about when I was 12 or so. It had been a long time since I read it, and I never really thought about it until I was out of high school, but I did think about it again and I remembered really liking it, so I thought I would look for it. And I found it about summer of last year. This was my second time reading it since I got it. The Bully Boys takes place during the War of 1812, which I won't be talking much about because, to be honest, I don't know much about the war. I never really learned a whole lot about it in school, and in fact didn't really learn a whole lot of Canadian history in school at all. I don't even really remember why I read this book in the first place, or anything about our discussions. It follows Thomas Roberts, who at 14 is too young to go to war. His father, but he is left to be the man of the house and look after the farm, his mother and siblings. In a certain turn of events, he meets Lieutenant James Fitzgibbon and finds himself fighting alongside the lieutenant and his famous bully boys. Rereading it again, I am definitely reminded of why I thought so highly of it at the time. I love a book that has plenty of action, and The Bully Boys definitely has that. Maybe at times a tad too much, but it's written in such a way that it doesn't really feel too action-packed. The characters are barely given a breather before they are thrust into the action at times, as there is some time that passes between most scenes that is really only mentioned. At times though, throughout the book, I did find some of the things they did, and especially some of the things that James Fitzgibbon did, highly amusing. At the beginning, Tom sounds much like any other 14-year-old boy, too young to go to war, but wanting in on the action anyways. To him, in the beginning, it's much like some sort of game that he's playing. But as time goes on and he realizes that he is in a life and death situation, everything becomes more human to him and the reader. There is some solid character development that goes on with him throughout the book. The book has a postscript at the end telling the reader that almost all of the events are based on real actions by Lieutenant James Fitzgibbon, which I find quite amazing. I wish I had learned more about it in school, but I just don't remember learning too much about Canadian history. Most things I know are things I read about on my own time. I have given this book a 5 out of 5. Thank you guys so much for watching, and be sure to come back for more if you liked this one.